On to the final stage. Stage 5, Mount Dedede. So, you might think we'd be going into the boss immediately. Well, we're not. We have to do essentially a boss rush now. Well, we have 10 lives, we should be fine. Usually, though, I have to be honest, I have to take one death here. It's usually by the time I get to the 4th boss. Uh-oh. Well, we're gonna have to take 2 deaths here, probably. It's just because the 3rd boss I usually cannot do without taking at least 1 or 2 points of damage, and, occasionally I take 1 or 2 points of damage from low, 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 and la, la, la. So, I usually end up taking 1 death so that I go into the final boss fight with full health. This part confused the heck out of me the first time I played it. You actually have to go and touch the doppelganger of Kirby. Doing so will unlock the doorway, and you go and do another boss fight. It's the same exact boss fight as before, so if you have the patterns down, you're gonna have no problem doing this. Personally, with how easy the 1st and 4th boss fights are, I say you shouldn't have to worry about taking damage on Wispy Woods or Krakow. The 2nd and 3rd boss fights, personally, are what I am worried about constantly. Also, this guy up here is a bit of a pain, yeah. This one's a bit shorter than the last one. Get our doppelganger Kirby, and let's go into the boss fight. Also, I just noticed the music didn't change, which is weird. I don't know if that's a glitch, or... I could have sworn the music changed in the past. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's fine. I got greedy. Good thing of note, though, if you do not want to risk getting hit by them, you can actually suck the block out from behind them, which is very handy. Up to the 3rd boss. The explosive coconuts are the #1 dangers here, and whatever the fuck this guy is. Come on down here, swallow these guys up, carefully maneuver through the spikes, go over the Gordo, and get the Dedede. Alright, and now this is the same exact layout as originally the end of Stage 3. And basically you want to go through this boss fight without taking too much damage, but if you're me, you're probably not going to be able to do it. As you can see, I've already got 2 bars of health left. Regardless, he will die, but it means I'm probably going to want to kill myself at either this fight or the beginning of the Dedede fight. Falling down here, I generally take 1 hit of damage, usually from the Sir Kibble that we went by. I've gotten hit by him prior by him throwing a boomerang before I even get on screen. That's kind of weird. Other times I just carefully float down, which is my own undoing. Alright, Krakow. I guess it's not a glitch because the music has not changed to the boss fight music once again. It's kind of weird. Except it did change for the 3rd boss. I'm not too sure. I've never really noticed it. But I am not starting off this fight well. There we go. Not much to say here. Same old Krakow fight. It's basically a waiting game. If I've not... Oh, come on. If I've not pointed it out, you can inhale the Waddle Dees and interrupt their charge beam attack. Uh-oh. So here's something funny. I have practiced this game about 7 or 8 times in the past couple days. You know, beating it and all. And most of the time Krakow would not even remotely charge at me, which is kind of weird. I'm glad he showed it off, though. I'm glad that he showed that he can do that for you all. But, it can be quite a pain. Alright, Dedede boss fight. I will probably die immediately. I'm gonna give it a fair shot. But while trying to explain things, it's gonna be hard. Yeah, I've already taken a hit. So, yeah, this is not easy. Whenever you see... Yeah. So, the thing about the Dedede boss fight, if you see him charging at you, you're going to want to fly up in the air and avoid him at all costs. There's nothing you can do about that. If you see him charging at you with the hammer over his shoulder, you want to move forward a little bit, and right when he stops in front of you, you want to take a step back and then turn around. Then when his hammer hits the ground, he is going to drop a star, like so. Except I took a hit and did not swallow the star. And then you're going to want to spit it at him. His jump attack, though, in my opinion, is the most reliable ways to get stars from him. You see how I inhaled 2 stars right there? Unfortunately, it does not count towards double damage. But when he's charging at you like that with no hammer, as I said, it's only bad news for you. He will either try to inhale you, which has a wide reach, or a long reach, or he will try to trip and fall on you. Usually what I try to do is I do not rely on the hammer that much for getting stars because it can be iffy. At times I generally end up getting hit and missing the star like I did earlier. What I do is I generally fly around him and wait for him to do that because, as I said, that is the most reliable way of getting stars. That's my own foolishness for going for that, though. That put me in danger, though. He could have easily inhaled me there. Yeah, see. So, just like with Krakow, this is basically a waiting game, except you can actually risk taking damage if you're a fool like me. Okay. There we go. Alright, he's got 4 hit points left. As long as I don't make any major screw-ups, I should be fine here. I've kind of gotten into the groove of things now. As long as he gives me something to work with here, it'd be nice. I'll give it a shot. There we go. Now see, when he's in the middle of the stage like that, or at least, you know, when he doesn't have you cornered up to a wall, the hammer is a reliable method of getting stars, but most of the time I found that he will get you up to a wall and corner you, and you will have no choice but to take that hit. I mean, you could try flying up, but sometimes it's too late if you're really trying to get that star. And you'll end up missing the star anyway most of the time. Alright, one more hit. Oof. I'm not gonna be able to get that. Oh boy. What are you gonna do? I'm not doing that. Come on, Dedede. Show me what you got. And that is the boss. I usually only take 1 death throughout the entire playthrough, but that's fine. I'll settle with 2. And we have all the star pieces. Thus, Kirby can restore peace to Dreamland. The only way he knows how, by turning into a hot air balloon, carrying the Dedede's castle off into the sunset and dropping food from out below. And that is Kirby's Dreamland. Throughout my playthroughs of this, for practicing for this has honestly become, I think, my favorite Kirby game. Which is odd, because I didn't think anything would top Return to Dreamland. I really love Return to Dreamland, but I think just the fact that I've learned this game like the back of my hand at this point, and it's so short. You can beat it in 20-30 minutes sitting. It's great. I love it. But credits are short. But we're not done yet. Now, I basically just showed you everything there is to do in this game, but there is basically 2 more things I have yet to show off, really. Once we get back to the title screen, I will show you that. And this is one of those things, upon beating the game, you see a code, basically. A button press input combo thing. My English is great. Good job! Press up A and select on the title screen to start a new adventure. Good luck. Extra game is ridiculous. I have played up to like the 4th stage before I was just like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. I think once I got into the 5th stage, I had like 1 life, and I didn't really see... I wasn't really having fun with it. I didn't see any point in doing the rest of it, but this game is... or extra game is really hard. The Gordos, I believe they do 2 damage to you in a normal playthrough, in the normal mode, which is the most damage any enemy does to you, or any main enemy, I should say. In extra mode, they do a whopping 3 points of damage to you. You get hit twice, and that is your entire life gone right there. You will die. Normal enemies like Waddle Dees do 2 points of damage to you. That 3rd boss that I have some trouble with and cannot get through without taking at least 1 hit, it is a lot more aggressive. It will drain your life. It is actually kind of hard to beat, and I can't even imagine what it's like doing it in the boss rush after leaving Lo 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 La 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 with like 5 or 4 hit points left. Man, oh man, extra mode is hard. And some of the bonus rooms that I showed off, like the one where you went into the moon and you dropped down below, or you just kept falling and there was 2 maximum tomatoes, 2 lives, that room is filled with that Gordos. They're filled with Gordos now that you have to dodge. It is crazy. There are new enemies. Enemies have been replaced with more fierce ones. Level layouts are pretty much the same, though. It's just got swarms and swarms of enemies that are ready to take your life down to 0. Upon beating extra game, it'll show you another code, one that I'm going to show off right now. So you have to reset the game to go back to the title screen. As far as I know, you cannot get back to the title screen from the button combination input extra game mode password thing. So up, select an A is extra mode, as I explained, and down, select an B will unlock configuration mode. You only get, the only way to find this, it might be in the manual, but the only way to see this, or get this button combination, is through beating extra mode. As far as I know, this is what I've heard, this is what I've read. From here, you can, basically, if you want to make it harder on yourself, you can. You want to drop your vitality down, that's fine. You can give Kirby 9 lives if you want, or you can give him 1 life. This is really just for challenge mode, I guess. And you can also do a sound test. From here, you can listen to all the music that your heart desires. And I... Is it repeating? No, it wasn't. Okay, that was weird. Could have sworn we heard the Green Greens music again. Or before. And we got sound effects. And I'm not going to go through all these. I'm sure there's a lot. Yeah, there's a decent amount. I'm not going to go through all of them. But that is Kirby's Dreamland. There is nothing more for me to show off. There is one more thing for me to show off, actually, but because I missed it, I will show it upon editing. I will go back and record some footage of me getting it and edit it in. But that is Kirby's Dreamland through and through. Nothing more I can show you. With that said, thank you all for watching, and have a good evening.